Hey guys, BikeBlogger here. It's snowing. Still snowing. I'm gonna try and head over to Tower Grove Park today. I'm gonna go a different way, a way I've never gone before. So hopefully I don't get lost, because I didn't bring any water with me today. Like I was talking about yesterday, it's a lot of a hassle to get all my winter gear on and go out during lunch, and I don't want to discourage doing something like that. Discourage myself from doing something like that. Whew. Okay. Snowy, snowy, snowy. I'm superstitious, so I'm going to stop for a second. Always get a little superstitious that I'm not recording. And I am recording. Whew. Snowy. Just some little flakes right now. There were bigger flakes earlier while I was at work, sitting around at work. All right, so let's see. One more street up, I think. So I'm on Greenwood Boulevard right now, I think. Make a left onto St. Elmo. I'm in Maplewood, Missouri right now. So, trying to figure out the best way to get to Tower Grove Park from my workplace in downtown Maplewood. And so I'm going to try this out. Straight. So I'm going down to Wabash. I'm going to have to jump on that for a little bit. I'm just trying to memorize my route from, I was looking on the computer, trying to figure out the route to take. I'll make a right here on Manhattan. Trying to figure out a route to take that would be best to avoid the stoplights. So, and maybe the traffic too. Let's see. Kensington. Let's try Kensington. Oh, I really hope that I'm going the right way, because it's a big hill I'm gonna have to climb back up. I'm already a little lost. Shucks. Alright, I'm already sort of lost. I'm gonna have to climb back up this hill now. My intent is not to get lost. least this hill isn't quite as steep. And I guess I'll just go back and go the way I know that will get me to where I'm trying to get to. Or I guess I could stop and check my map. Let's do that real quick. Checking my map. Oh, I made a wrong turn. Okay, now I know why. I was supposed to take St. Elmo all the way and then make a left. I made a right instead. Okay. All right, so back up this way. So St. Elmo's on my left, and I made a right when I should have made a left. So now I'm going the right direction. We'll make a right here on the Wellington. There we go. Now we know where we are. So that's Wabash straight ahead. They just finished building that bridge across the Deer Creek, I guess that is. So we need to jump on this large street for a little bit. Oh. 24 miles per hour. Whew. Need to make a left here. No one behind me. I looked out today. I thought that street was going to be a lot worse. All right, now, believe it or not, we're still on Wabash, but we're climbing up into the residential neighborhood. Whew. There's the highway. We're pretty much elevated up to the highway level now. Not getting on the highway though. Now this turns into right up here on the left. Keep following the highway. This turns into Marquette. Whew. I got my rear blinky on, but I don't have my front headlight. All right. What I could have done is just gone across the Arsenal Bridge, Arsenal Road, but that gets a lot of traffic, and I prefer to avoid it. So now I'm on Marquette. So I'm going to continue on this till Watson Road in front of me, straight ahead, and then I'll make a right onto that for just a second. Snowing. Oh, yeah, this isn't Watson, this is Jameson. We'll wait for an opening and then we'll cross. This is a pretty big road. Quite a bit of traffic. Or, well, I should say quite a bit of traffic during rush hour. Not so much right now. Just quite a bit of fast-moving traffic. Fast-moving traffic, okay. So we'll continue on Marquette here. I've never been down these roads, even in a car, so this is all new to me. I did map it out though before I left, like I said. Whew. I was wondering where all the elevation gain would be. I guess this is some of it. Okay, up ahead is Watson Road. That's where I'm turning right. Whew. Now we'll get over here and turn left. There we go. Now we're on Potomac, at least according to the maps. I didn't see the street sign, but I'm pretty sure I'm on Potomac. This is pretty flat, pretty easy going, one way, which is nice. Seeing lots of post office trucks, vans, delivering mail around lunchtime. So we stay on Potomac for quite a ways, I think. Whew. And it's just stop signs, no stoplights, I think. So I figure that should give me more riding time and less sitting at stoplights and intersections. So we need to cross this road. Let's see, is this Hampton? What is this? Yeah, it's a pretty big road. So we'll wait for our turn, and then we'll cross. This could take a little while. Alternatively, I could have gone, shoot. Alternatively, I could make a right and then a left. Lots of traffic coming right now. Okay, I see an opening to my right. And I see an opening to my left, so I'm going to take this, I think. Oh, wait a minute. SUV coming. And that SUV made me miss my chance, too. So there's a little bit of this that you have to deal with, because there's no stoplight. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a right soon if this doesn't clear up, so I can make my, so I can get across the road here. The nice thing about one-way streets is I don't have to feel like I'm holding anyone up unless they want to turn left. So I got room to my right so people can make a right turn if they wish. It's clear to my right, but there's a lot of traffic coming from my left. This is the only issue with avoiding stoplights is you got this to deal with. I'm just gonna have to go here soon. It's taking too long. What I'll do is wait for it to be clear on my left, and it is, and then I'll just go. I'm gonna get in the suicide lane here, also known as the turning lane, and I'll just come down here. Wait for it to open. And then we'll make a U-turn here. Get some speed started up here. Now we'll U-turn. And sometimes you got to do that. Well, now there seems to be an opening. Okay, finally. All right, so we'll go straight, continue along here for a bit. So that took a little while. Oh, it's sort of nice back in here. It's some big trees. So I'm going to keep going straight till I reach Regal. Gotta climb a hill here, it looks like. Whew. This is where my elevation is. Oh. Okay. This is Regal. I need to make a left here. Whew. Okay. Stop. All right, so I continue on this to Flyer, and I'll make a right onto Flyer. St. Louis certainly has its hills. make a right. Okay, continue on this for a little bit, and then we'll make a left on Brandon. Whew. Okay. A little bit of a downhill. Whew. Make a left on Brandon. $20 miles per hour. Oh boy. I'm just about to where I want to be. I'm going to take this to Arsenal. The last time I went to Tower Grove Park, I couldn't remember the name of the street that bounds the south side of the park, and that's called Arsenal. I think this is a school to my left. Anyway, I believe this is Arsenal straight ahead. And this will take me straight to the park and make a right on the Arsenal. And cross the bridge over the railroad tracks. Whew. I'll probably go back a different way, back to work. Whew. See, that Sharrow in the road is telling me to ride in the middle of the road, but I don't see any parked cars straight ahead. So I just feel more comfortable hugging the shoulder here and the curb, even though it's not necessarily very safe. You're more visible in the middle of the road. Okay, I'm moving over now though. No one's going anywhere, it's a stoplight. Okay. All right, so that's the park over there, straight ahead. Yeah, boy, that car exhaust is fogging up my sunglasses. glasses are really fogged up now. Any minute now. All right, getting in the bike lane. And now my glasses aren't fogged up anymore. I'm gonna make a left here, get into the park. There's no one behind me. Here we go. Sort of a dangerous maneuver. Hopping the curb, crossing traffic. And now, we're in the park. Always feels like a grand accomplishment getting here. Okay, so we'll do a lap around the park. I was sort of hoping for some snow on the ground, but I see nothing. Oh well. So we'll do a quick lap here and get back to work. There'll be lots of opportunities to catch some snow later in the year, I'm sure. 19 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour, going a little downhill here. Gradual. Oh. It's fun coming here. I've always gone to the Forest Park, the largest park in the city, in the region really, in terms of a city park, urban park. Sometimes people forget about this park, and it's nice to come here. It's a little quieter. It's not bounded by a interstate highway, so you don't have quite as much traffic noise either. Whew. So far today we've covered about 9.5 miles. A little stop here. All right. Let all the cars go. Okay, and here we go. Shoom. Poof. No cars can come back here, although I'm sure that's a cool tree. I'm sure grounds keeping or maintenance or whatever drive their trucks back here on the grass, golf carts or whatever. I've passed this before. It's a really neat looking tree. Sort of scary looking actually. Caught that. Pretty cool. I saw a really neat looking tree out west along the coast in Northern California. It was like that tree back there, I think, except it was quite a bit bigger and older, I think. But there's a lot of old trees in this park too. Mature trees. Many of the trees I'm passing now, the bigger ones, they look like they're probably, I don't know, they're probably over 50 years old. Pretty cool. I like trees. I like how they change colors in the fall. They're all sort of dead looking right now. So I guess that worked out for me. So let's go back through it again. My route, at least for my own reference. After leaving work in Maplewood, I took Greenwood Boulevard and made a left on a St. Elmo. I took that, and then I made a mistake, but then I made the correct decision, which is take Elmo and then make a left onto, actually I don't know what that street is called. It doesn't really matter, I guess. And then I made a right away onto Wellington, I think it was. Anyway, that got me to Wabash. I took that a little ways underneath the highway and underneath the railway bridge. And then I made a left to climb up into the residential area on a street that has the same name, called Wabash. And that sort of feeds into a street called Marquette. I took Marquette all the way to Watson Road and made a right onto Watson, and then I made like an immediate left onto Potomac. I took Potomac all the way past a couple of intersections, a major intersection, which is Hampton Avenue, and I had to sort of spin around, and because I needed to get straight through that intersection, but it didn't take too long. But I didn't have to deal with any stoplights except for the one in Arsenal. But anyway, I went straight down Potomac all the way till I reached a street called Regal. I made a left onto Regal, took that all the way to a street called Flyer, made a right onto Flyer, and I continued on that, continued down Flyer until I made a left on Brandon. I took that to Arsenal, where I made a right onto Arsenal, and then Arsenal took me right up against this park, and then I entered the park from one of the entrances there on the south side of the park. Looks clear, and gone halfway around the park now. And then in leaving this park, what I'll do is I'll go away. I did before in the past. I'll exit out the west side of the park and cross Kings Highway. That might take a little bit of time. And I'll take that street, which I don't remember the name of it. I think it might start with an R. But I'll take that street until it sort of dead ends, and I'll make a right and take whatever the street that is until it sort of dead ends and make a left. And then I'll be on Columbia Avenue, I think it is. And I just sort of take that all the way back into Maplewood pretty much. Following Columbia, it crosses Hampton Avenue, which is sort of a valley at that stoplight. So I'll probably just go that way. I'll have to wait for the light if I don't make it in time, and then continue on Columbia Avenue until it turns into Southwest Avenue. It just sort of turns into Southwest. Sorry about that speed bump. I just sort of came out of nowhere there. Not paying close enough attention here. And then you just follow Southwest, and then it crosses McCausland, another big road with a stoplight. And I sort of climb back up into, that's the city limit there, just about, thereabouts. And I sort of climb back up into Maplewood in St. Louis County, and I'll be back at work. The whole route to this park, around the park, and back to work is like just under 11 miles, I think. It's about 11 miles. The same sort of goes for when I go to the larger park to the north called Forest Park. I make a lap around there and go back to Maplewood, and that takes like about around 11 miles. So you add those rides up with my commute to work, which is like 3.5 to 4 miles each way, and so you end up with about 20 miles a day, which I try to always get out, and that way I can collect 100 miles a week, not even including if I ride or not on the, make a left here, on the weekend. By no means is that a lot. However, for most people, I think it is a lot, quite a lot. So I think it's the right amount for me. Make a right, I guess. Speed bump. Make a left. Birds. I sort of don't know where I'm going. Hoping I'll get lost in the park here. I think I'm gonna make a turn around here. Screech. So I think if I continue going that other way, it's sort of like one way. I need to go left here. It's a water fountain, I don't know if you can see it. Scaring all the birds. I'm gonna make a right here. Okay, I know where I'm going now. Ah, there's a little arrow to tell me which way to go. Alright. I've made a mistake of getting stuck in that loop over there, going in circles and circles. And it's the road's in pretty bad shape, so that's not very fun. I'm on my way though here. I've only hit one speed bump really on accident. Trying to avoid them, but this is really iffy getting close to that curb. Because if you hit a curb on a bicycle, it's like you just try to keep the bike straight to recover so you can gradually get out of it. You don't want to make any really sudden movements, at least I don't think you do, because that's one of the really hardest things to get out of. I've fallen before, fortunately, toward the grass, away from the road and the concrete when that happened to me years ago. That's something you have to be very careful of. Curbs are built for directing storm water, I think. So they're sort of a hazard to us bicyclists, but they serve a purpose. They're not just there for providing a neat transition, sharp transition between road and lawn. Whew. This has been pretty fun. Whew. The lens looks okay on the camera because it's like barely snowing at all right now. And I expected to see some snow around here, but it just melted right away, it looks like. Oh well. This is sort of how I envisioned it being in the morning, but the snow fell later this morning, so I could actually see some of it still in the grass before it melted. All right, so we're leaving the park now. Here's Kings Highway. We need to go straight across this This might take a little bit of time. Look at that guy. Oh, he's making a U-turn. I was wondering what he was doing there. Whew. So it's clear to my right, not at all clear to my left, and there's no suicide lane. So I might be able to make this here. That guy doesn't have his turn signal on. Turn out of that other road. All right, we lucked out there. Hit it at a good time. Flamingo. And there's a bicycle there next to the tree. All right, so like I was saying earlier, we'll take this, we'll make a right up here. I've become a lot more familiar now with this area as I come through here a couple times. Okay, I'll go straight here. Make a left on what I think is, oh, maybe this isn't Columbia. I know it is a little tricky here. Sort of transitions back into the main road. Signaling, making a left here. Coast is clear. So I go straight here. Make a right. Whew. Barely made it through that stoplight. Oh. Let's see, is there no one behind me? There's someone behind me. I was going to dodge the weave in and out of the cans, but we'll not screw around on the street today. We'll go straight here. Whew. Go straight here. Get some momentum going here. 26 miles per hour. Make a left. This guy's backing up. We'll screw around back here until he gets out of the way. Okay. I didn't know how best to handle that situation, so I wasn't even going to get myself into it. He should be looking for people, but you never know. Ah. Oh. Okay, so now we're on Columbia, I think. Yeah, so straight ahead is Hampton Avenue, the big street with a stoplight. I'd really like to make this light here. No one waiting, except in the other direction. No way in heck am I making a right. There's no chance to make a left. It's one way, separated by a island. Whew. All right, let's climb Columbia, getting out of the valley. Oh. Climb. $20 per hour. Cars, trucks, they don't know how to deal with bicyclists. They just want it to be over as soon as possible. So that's why people will speed up next to you. Don't take it personally. They're just less experienced than you are, if you know that fact. Whew. It'd help if so many cars and trucks didn't park on the road. Ugh. all about timing. You can't control other motorists on the road, but you can control your own movements. You need to sort of slow and down and speed up when it's safe to do so at certain times. All right, I'm heading under the highway now, Highway 44. And now the road transitions back into a one-lane road. No one behind me, so I'm gonna scoot over. Oh. The nose is acting up. So now we're almost back to Maplewood. We're gonna make a left here. Rather than get behind all those people. Whew. Okay, out of that craziness, to the left. Oh my, gone 15 miles today, 15 minus 3.5. You can tell we're just about done with our bike ride tonight, or today, during lunch. Timing it. There we go. Okay. Whew. Oh, my nose is all messed up. So, I thought this would be sort of a neat ride. It was a neat ride. It's a certain way I didn't go before, at least on the way to the park. I thought it was gonna snow a little more, but it didn't. Oh well. Whew. Now we just go back up to this residential street to get back onto the main street and get back to work. avoid the speed bumps. Squirrel. Okay, we made it. Hope you guys enjoyed this ride. I know it was a long one for a YouTube video. That's just sort of the way I roll. See you next time. Whew.